So with so many CeMAP training providers available, it can feel really overwhelming deciding which one you should trust. But the truth is the right provider depends on your learning style, on your budget, and how quickly you want to qualify. So the wrong provider can make the process significantly harder than it needs to be, while the right one can save you time, stress, and definitely confusion. So in this video, it's a simple guide to help you choose the best CeMAP training provider for your needs. I'm not going to name them individually or anything like that. I'm just going to let you decide from this kind of criteria. So the first thing is decide how you prefer to learn. So before comparing providers, think about how you like to learn best. Some people prefer independent study, others need structure. I need structure myself. You see, ask yourself the following questions. 1, do I prefer video lessons or reading? For myself, I'm a heavy video learner. Another question is, do I want a tutor or am I self-motivated? Do I need someone to guide me or can I just do it myself? The third one is, do I need flexibility or fixed teaching times? See, knowing this up front makes the decision significantly easier. The second thing to look at is look for providers that align, and this is very important, align with the 2026 CeMAP updated syllabus. So make sure the training providers have fully updated their material to reflect the FESRA, which is the new CeMAP 1 module, and it is replacing the UKFR. It's completely new, and if they haven't updated it, you're going to be outdated information. You also want to look at the updated mortgage module structure as well. Has it done that? And the third thing is the revised scenario style assessments. These are all the updated stuff. Some older courses still teach from the outdated content, especially right now in recording this. There's going to be a lot of people who haven't updated their syllabus yet, so make sure you pick one that has. The third one is check what support is included. So different providers offer very, very different levels of support. So you're going to get levels of support such as tutor access. That could be email, could be phone, could be live sessions. Some might offer revision webinars and where you can actually jump in and interact. Some might do marked practice questions. Some will do study groups or community access, maybe via WhatsApp or some sort of Facebook group, and others will do ongoing support until you pass, effectively coaching you until you get that result. Now, if you prefer guidance or reassurance, choose a provider with a strong support option. This is probably going to cost a lot more, but it's going to get you over the line. The fourth thing is review their practice materials. So passing CeMAP depends heavily on doing mock questions. So looking for providers who offer a large question bank is probably a really good idea. Also, realistic exam style questions is another one. Do they reflect the exam questions as close as you possibly can? Explanations for each answer as well, so you can go back and see what each one means and why they actually asked that question. Also, topic by topic quizzes, so they're mini sessions, mini questions, really good. And full mock exams before you sit the real thing, I personally think is an absolute must. Without one, I think you're going to struggle. See, good practice materials speed up learning massively. The fifth one is compare the format. So there's online, there's classroom, there's hybrid. Each one has their pros and each one has their cons. So an online course, these are the ones you see a lot of right now. They're probably the most prominent. They are the most flexible by far. They usually are the most affordable. They're very, very affordable depending on who it is you're going to. They're ideal for part-time or full-time workers. So they hit both levels. So you can still do this around your kind of flexible life. The classroom training is very, very different. It's actually what I did myself. This is structured learning. It's ideal for people who prefer teaching in person, but they are significantly more expensive. In fact, they're very expensive a lot of the time, and they are less flexible. I mean, they're completely not flexible at all. You've got to be there, you've got to turn up, you've got to actually take time off work, whatever it may be. You then have hybrid courses, which is a mix of flexibility and structure. And this is good if you want accountability, but you can't commit to full time. Maybe you work, for part-time or full-time, whatever it may be. So you want to choose the format that suits your schedule, not the other way around. Don't force yourself like a square peg into a round hole. Sixth thing is check reviews and success rates. So you want to go online. Could be Google, could be anywhere, doesn't really matter, but go online and look and find Google reviews, look for Trustpilot scores, look for student testimonials. Video testimonials, in my opinion, is a big one, a big sign of trust, and also a pass rate. Realistically, it's going to be that 100% guaranteed is not a realistic pass rate. People, when they say that, it's not going to be a good idea. In fact, I'd beware of companies that promise unrealistic instant results, or like that instant passes kind of thing. Personally, it's a big red flag to me. Seventh one is compare prices, but don't choose based on price alone. It's very important. See, cheap doesn't always mean good, and expensive doesn't always mean high quality. So look at what you're actually getting. Okay, dive into the numbers and look at the number of hours of content is in there. Again, number of hours doesn't mean better. It might just mean that it could be a lot of rubbish in there. Access duration. So some cut off early. Okay, this is important. So some might just end straight away. You want to know how long you're actually getting on the course. Included practice exams. Are they included into the price? Is the tutor support, again, included in the price? Is updated syllabus coverage actually in there? So it went every year when it updates, because it does update. A massive update happening right now in 2026. But if it updates slowly, or updates every year, are they still covered? You see, value matters way more than price. See, this 8th thing to do is make sure you can study at your own pace. So CeMAP is self-paced. You don't need a fixed start date. And a good provider will offer, honestly, they'll offer this. They'll offer either lifetime or long-term access. They'll offer study on desktop, tablet, and or mobile. They're going to offer no penalties for learning more slowly, because flexibility is essential, especially if you're working full time. The 9th one I'd say is avoid the guaranteed pass marketing. Now, no course can guarantee a pass. Nothing. The FCA just wouldn't allow it. Providers who make those claims are usually cutting corners, over-promising, not delivering, and it is not a good sign. It's a huge red flag. Okay, you want to choose a provider that gives you the tools, not empty promises. Okay, it's not the provider's job to get you to pass. It's the provider's job to provide you with support to make you the best possible version of yourself to be able to pass. If you don't pass, that's not on the provider a lot of the time. So choosing a CeMAP provider doesn't have to be complicated. Focus on your learning style. Make sure that the material is updated to the latest syllabus, and pick a provider that offers strong support and realistic practice questions aligned to what you currently need. And CeMAP is not the only qualification. You've probably heard loads of qualifications out there. There's the RO1, the CO6, the DIPFA, there's loads. And if you want to know what each one is and how it compares to CeMAP, check out this deep dive video I do right now. Give it a click.